More fun running the sound.
Over by you. The most wonderful experience that I've had. We're going to be a very unique ensemble tonight. We will break the glass ceiling. This is one of the first times they ever had an orchestral symphonic ensemble. So usually it's great rock and great bluegrass, but we're going to do symphonic music tonight. Light, exciting, and great. And we're even going to bring some people down tonight to Bourbon Street. So, I hope you enjoy it. It's going to be different. John, thank you for all your video work, and God bless America.
Highly attention-grabbing, Also Sprach Zarathustra, better known as the theme from 2001 Space Odyssey. Next up, we've got a showing of Steve's classical side. We have the fourth movement of the Planet Suite by Gustav Holst. This is Jupiter.
That way, a little bit more, a little bit more.
Honey, honey, get the kids in the car now.
This is an awesome bucket goal for my husband. I'm glad to be along the ride with him. It's been great. It's what he's always wanted. He deserves it from not being able to get into the UK music school, then getting in and being the only person awarded in symphonic with a scholarship, to playing full time down at Rosie O'Grady's, and now of course he is. He played professionally down there in the Pensacola Symphony. Now he's playing for Florence Community Band, and he's being awarded North Kentucky Music Hall of Fame. Awesome.
Tell us about your
Been
impression
fun.
of tonight.
You don't want my impression right now, do you?
Sure.
Oh, right now I think it's just lovely. It is. Nice sunny day. A little warm, but it'll be good.
So are you proud?
Oh yes, very proud. Yeah. Aren't you?
Oh, obviously.
Yes, obviously.
Welcome to the 2006 Northern Kentucky Music Legends Hall of Fame. Thank you all for being here. This is our 13th year, and we have honored musicians who have won Oscars. They have won Grammys, have #1 songs. Our individuals has #1 song, both on the country and pop charts at the same time. And some announcements are that if you have a minute, please go up to the mess hall up there, and there's displays and bios of everybody who's been inducted since we started in 2013. Up there too, if there's nicer restaurants, nicer restrooms up there, and it's air conditioned, so it might be a nice break. So we're going to get started here, and I'm going to introduce the MC for the evening. The MC for the evening is Ernie Fat Man Brown. Ernie was on WEBN for many, many years. He's got about a 48-plus year career in the radio business around here, and will be introduced. He's also a Hall of Fame inductee in the radio personality. So let's give it up for Ernie Brown.
That may resurface. I always get a kick out of coming back here every year. It's just such a blast and such an honor to be involved in this and induct people who have been entertaining us for years. So gonna start right away. We've got our first induction is Steve Popovich. Steve's career draws from a broad scope of musical experiences, genres and musical affiliations, from performing with the Pensacola Symphony Orchestra along with great cellist Leonard Rose, to performing chamber music with the famed New York Philharmonica. His career also involved mentoring and teaching privately to college level at the University of West Florida, as well as Pensacola Junior College, playing annually for the Blue Angels Navy flight demonstration for their yearly flight. Steve is still performing in retirement with the Florence Community Band and Jazz Ensemble. Please welcome Steve Popovich.
Don't get wild, he said. I won't get wild tonight, guys. How's everybody doing out there? Hot as hell? All right? You're here to listen to music, so I'm not going to talk too much. But I told John and my wife here, for me, this is really a day of Thanksgiving. They should have named this day Thanksgiving Day for us. So I'm going to thank a lot of people here very quickly. But I want to thank also John Mendel. You know, John Mendel gave our ensemble tonight that you're going to hear a very unique, we broke the glass ceiling, I think. We're going to do some symphonic work tonight that's light, but I think exciting. I think John would admit we've never had a symphonic percussionist or a symphonic group here. So tonight, you're going to hear it. So we're either going to find you at the beer booth afterwards, or you're going to stay and listen. So what do you say? Stay and listen, all right? So with that said, I'm so proud to be on stage. What an honor. And I got to thank, like I said, John Mendel for that spirit. Also, I got to thank my beautiful wife, Debbie, who got me through this whole event. And it was challenging, believe me. So thank you, Debbie, for that. So I'm so glad this gentleman gave kind of an overview of some of my proficiencies and whatever in my different places that I played. So that's good, so I'm not going to repeat that. But what I wanted to say is that I think the thing I bring tonight, hopefully, is a variety of styles that I understand pretty carefully. I started off young, of course, playing on Clorox bottles, graduated to rock and roll and jazz in high school. And one very interesting story I got to tell. So I went to a Catholic school. Catholic schools did not have band. Most public schools, of course, had band from the 5th grade on. So they're studying timpani, xylophone, all this stuff. So I wanted to pursue music. I admit I put my, my resume to UK. I go down and I get this reject letter. UK says, Steve, do you know what xylophone is? No. Do you know what a timpani is? Hell no. So they said, Steve, you can't come in here. You gotta understand all this stuff. Now he said this to me. He said, you know, it takes 7 years for most people to learn this. And Steve, I don't think you're gonna be able to do this. I said, give me 1 year. Give me 1 year. So the great James Rago, the Louisville Orchestra, liked me. After 1 year, I auditioned and got into the UK music school. 4th year, I got the first orchestral scholarship for percussion and orchestra. Most people will know they never give orchestral percussion scholarships. I got that in the 5th year. From there, as the gentleman said, I went on to play 6 nights a week at the 5th largest entertainment complex in Florida. I played in the Pensacola Symphony at the same time, taught at the junior college, and on it goes. After that, I decided I'm going to come home and start a family with my beautiful wife, Mary Deborah. So that's where I'm at now. I'm primarily playing with the Florence Community Band, and it's a great band. Get online and check them out. And I have to recognize a few people. Florence Community Band, most of these members here tonight are part of that ensemble. They came and helped me out, put this ensemble together. We've only played for about a month together, that's it. So I'm going to introduce them and thank them because they were so helpful. So I'm going to close up here quickly. Also, is the mayor of Florence here? The mayor's not here. The mayor's been so helpful in supporting this band. They pay for everything that the Florence Community Band does, and I want to thank them. So with that said, I am going to mention each by name the ensemble here, which is called the Florence Northern Kentucky Ensemble and the All-Stars. I could call us the Brass and Percussion Ensemble. Tonight we're going to do 8 brass and percussion and some drum set. So I'm going to introduce my band, which gave their heart for me, and I appreciate what they did. So I got the names all right here. I'm going to see here, first of all, I'm going to introduce the trumpets. On trumpet is Steve. Come on out, Steve. Steve, come on out, my man. Trent, come on out. Trent's on trumpet. Trent Stricker. Thomas the Train Stricker. Thomas, these 2 guys have won so many awards in playing trumpet. Trust me, they're going to be stars. And Sarah on trumpet, fantastic, a new addition. And now I have Chris on tuba, right here. Oh, that's Chris. Jesse Moreland on trombone. We got Mason on Frenchy horn. And of course, Jonathan on French horn also. Cassie's great, and so is Denver. They're going to take you down to New Orleans a little bit here when we start. So here's the whole ensemble. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with a round of applause
Hey, look up here,
these guys right here from the Florence Band, the ensemble, the All-Stars. Thank you very much. Look forward to performing for you guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to kick things off for you. Please welcome the Florence, where'd it go? Community Dixieland All-Star Band.
My name is Jesse Moreland, and it's my honor and privilege to be playing trombone with the Florence Community Brass and Percussion All-Star Ensemble, inducting Steve Popovich into the Northern Kentucky Music Hall of Fame. That was our attention-grabbing opener, Also sprach Zarathustra, better known as the 2001 Space Odyssey theme. Up next, we're going to showcase a little bit of Steve's classical side by playing the fourth movement of the Planet Suite by Gustav Holst, Jupiter. Next, in dedication of the 250th anniversary of the United States of America, we're going to be playing an American classic, the high-energy Battle Hymn of the Republic, featuring Steve on the timpani. Well done, Steve. All right, next up. So we all know that Steve is a fantastic classical percussionist. But Steve actually got his start as a rock percussionist. So he's got one of his favorite rock tunes he's going to come out and play for us. This is Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
What about this ensemble? I call them the All-Stars. Keep in mind, we've only really gotten together within the last 3 weeks. All these members are basically come from the Florence Community Orchestra that I'm from, and all these gentlemen are from, and ladies. So anyway, check out the Florence Community Band. Very good ensemble, 100 pieces strong. Now we're going to end with something I think connects to what I said originally. And the song is called Don't Stop Believing. Don't stop it believing in your dream. So here we go to end our set. Thank you all so much for coming.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Florence Community Brass and Percussion Ensemble All-Stars. 1, 2, 3.
Well done, well done.
Thank you.